Right, here's my Access database, and as you can see, it's got an array of players from the 2011 All Blacks team. And here I've got some subqueries, some queries, which are basically subsets of the All Blacks table. So this is all the data, and these are subsets. So watch what happens. This one here is the All Black Hurricanes, so those that play for the Hurricanes, which if you look down the super team, there should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players. So when I double click on that, there you go, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And as you can see, this is all the information about the players from the Hurricanes. Okay, and for the All Blacks that have over 100 test points, that's again, there's 1, 2, 3. Let's go back to the original table, which is this one here, and let's see test points. There's 105, so that's 1, 115, that's 2, 1,272, that's 3. So yep, that's about right. And finally, born before 1983. So as you can see, all these dates are prior to 1983, and that's 2, 4, there's 6 of them. So if you go back and count through here, I'm sure you'll find 6. Right. Now, what do I want to do with that? Well, what I want to do is I just want to access these things here and display them in my application. So as you can see, I've made a button for each of these queries. So this is going to get all the data from the table. This is going to get just the Hurricanes. This is going to get those with more than 100 test points, and this is those born before 1983. So I've broken these. I know this has been a long introduction, all of less than 2 minutes, but look, just stay with me. I'm just going to quickly introduce you to the connection object in this particular video. Now, what I've done is I've set up some code comments, and oh my goodness, it's way too early in the morning to be doing this. Alright, so there's housekeeping, there's open the connection, run the query, process results, and close connection. This one I'll be focusing on opening the connection object. So, first thing I need to do is, remember I told you, by the way, these are the 4 steps that I talked about in the last video, and housekeeping, this is just an area where we're going to be declaring variables for objects and things that we're going to be needing. Alright, so the first thing I need to do is I need to actually declare a connection object. So in this case, I'm going to say dimcon as new oledb.oldb edb connection object. Alright, and this is what we're going to use to make the connection. Now remember with the tortoise had all these different properties and functions that we could use and methods that we could use to make it do different things. Well, we can do the same with the con object, the connection object. So in this case, look, to open the connection, first off, we need to give it a connection string. We need to tell it what to open. So we're just going to set the connection string, and we're going to set that equal to this big, long connection string. Now, there's some things that you do need to know. Which is basically, you'll notice here, and I'll post this on this particular connection string on OneNote, so don't worry about memorizing it. But the only thing you have to do is just change the name of your database here. Other than that, everything else will be the same. And in fact, you can see it kind of goes off the side of the screen there. But all this stuff will be exactly the same for your application. Alright, this data directory looks into the actual directory where the database, or where the program is running, and that should be where you've stored your database, which is in the debug folder. Alright, so all you need to do is change that bit there. Alright, what's next? Next thing we need to do is actually open the connection. So I'm just going to put in con.open, and there you go. Your connection string should be open. How cool is that? That's done. So see if you can get that working. And in order to test it out, what you can do is just go console.writeline. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do I think it has something to do with the state. And if it says state open, then you've done it correct. If it doesn't say that it's open, you've got a problem. So yeah, see if you can get that working first off, and then come back and watch the next video, which will be talking about the queries.